push that microphone down because there's a wobbly off it if I have it in front of my face, in front of my mouth. So heading to Dargo, which is I think it's only about an hour and a half from here, along a little narrow road that I kind of remember. I went there a few years ago, about 7 years ago on an older Goldwing. Good trip, and I think the place has changed a bit now, but we'll see. What a fantastic day. I'd say in about 4 weeks time, maybe 5 weeks time, it's going to start getting a lot cooler here, but you'll still get nice days. Just colder in the morning, colder in the evening, but days probably like this we'll get a little bit of rain. But in East Gippsland it's pretty much the same every year, I think, although we're not here in winter. We tend to go away during winter and have our house and animals looked after at the house. But yeah, I've no reason to think that this year's not going to be any different. We went to the Antarctic a couple of months ago. We got back. That was something else, although I flew to Chile, Santiago in Chile via Auckland, or Sydney, Auckland, then Santiago, Chile, and I couldn't wait to get out of there. Too soon wasn't quick enough. I picked up a virus pretty much the moment I got there. There was absolutely no food, and I got robbed of $1,060, and that's all in the very first day. So that was pretty cool. Funnily enough, when I got back from I always concentrate when I'm doing bends and things, I don't know what I'm saying. When I got back from at the Antarctic, the ship went to Santiago as its drop-off point, whereas before I went from Santiago to Buenos Aires, boarded the ship, went around the Antarctic for a while, a few weeks, and then back to Santiago in Argentina. So I had to stay there another night. And you know, even though I stayed at the airport hotel, or nearby anyway, Marriott, I left a rather expensive device there. It looked like a mobile phone, I guess, or more correctly resembled an air conditioner remote. But anyway, I left it there. I know I left it there. And when I got back, I contacted the hotel a week later after a few emails. They got back to me and said, "Oh yeah, look, fantastic. We found your device, and we'll send it to you." And I gave them the address. Said, "How much do they want for postage?" and I never heard from them again. Doesn't matter how many emails I sent, I never heard from them. And they've only got a phone number, right? No email address for the actual reception or office. So yeah, a number of things. I got a virus. I got robbed of $1,060 odd. They nicked a device that I really needed. I had to buy another device that cost $1,500. The insurance company said, no, I'm not paying that because you left it unattended. How do you like that, unattended? I'll be doing something about that. But anyway, that was Chile. So, and the food in Santiago. I was in the middle of, the city area. Thousands and thousands of people wandering around, markets and so forth. But do you reckon I could get a feed with anything other than being riddled with fat? I ended up going to what do they call the equivalent of Hungry Jack's over there? Burger King. I went to a Burger King. It was the dirtiest, filthiest Burger King. The floors were filthy. The tables were filthy. The food was just a grease pile. I didn't eat it. If I did, I doubt whether I would have made it out of there alive. So I went somewhere else and had some sort of vegetable and chicken dish. Again, that was just riddled with fat and oil, and oh my god. Anyway, I went to Buenos Aires then. Flew to Buenos Aires after a couple of days in Santiago. Buenos Aires is where I caught the ship to the Antarctic. But I stayed there for a couple of days, and it's completely different to Santiago. The people were really, really nice. The restaurants and cafes were all very clean. The food was good. Yeah, really good food. Of course, you get really good steaks there, Argentina. And yeah, had a totally opposite experience in Buenos Aires than what I did in Santiago. And I didn't get robbed the moment I went in there. When I got robbed, I went to the hotel clerk and I said, listen, I was robbed coming into the hotel, and they called the police. I said I want the police called, because he said, well, what do you want me to do about it? And I said, well, call the police. Police came a couple of hours later, interviewed me, and they said, well, what do you want us to do? Pardon? What? They even gave them the registration of the vehicle that they were in, and they said, well, look, if we do an investigation, you're going to have to come back to Santiago and give evidence. I said, no, I'll give a statement right here and now, and you'll have to rely on that statement for any court proceedings. Oh no, we don't operate that way. A lot of crap. But anyway, I just gave a shrug of my shoulders and gave a bit of a laugh and said, see you later, go and do something useful. So that was that. Very disappointed. Look, the cruise to the Antarctic was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It was a big ship, so we couldn't get onto the actual land, but we're only a few meters away from the what you would call the coast. Yeah, penguins, bird life, abundant. Whales everywhere. Humpback whales, killer whales. They were just everywhere. Didn't see any seals, but plenty of penguins. Saw a few of the different. I think we saw three different Antarctic bases. One, I'm pretty sure, was Canadian. The other one was Argentina. No, it was a shithole. Looked like Santiago. Very, very old. So yeah, the Canadian base was fantastic, very, very modern. It looked like a mega hotel complex. But anyway, yeah, it was a good trip. Saw a lot of whale bones up on the shoreline. Went through a lot of little islands. I can't remember offhand the name of the islands that we sailed through. But yeah, the ship was great. The food was great. There weren't that many people on board. Long time between stops. I think the longest was about 5 days between stops. But we stopped at Montevideo, nice little city. But I was quite ill from the virus I caught from Chile, Santiago in Chile. And the next stop was Port Stanley in the Falklands. But by the time we got there, I was so sick. I had to go to the ship's medical centre and get something, and I stayed in bed for the next 4 days, which wasn't bad because all we were doing was sailing to the Antarctic, so I didn't miss out on anything. Yeah, that was it. But yeah, I would recommend to anyone to go to the Antarctic if it's the one thing they do. Go to the Antarctic. You'll never see anything like it. It's just a totally different planet. Alright, what do we got? 91 will do it. Okay, number 3, thanks. over a little bridge. I thought I was in Dargo here, but it's another 10 kilometres. If I can, I'll stop and let a vehicle behind me pass, because you come up pretty quickly and obviously knows the road. Alright, we're in the huge city of Dargo. Dargo Hotel, okay. That's where I'm going. Oh. Really old little miners' shacks. Look at that. It's all about wood here now. Used to be gold mining. There's probably still a bit of gold mining here, but I don't know how much. So this is where I'm staying tonight. Fantastic. Look at these cabins. Actually, they had me in a motel room, but I thought I'd booked one of these cabins, but never mind, they gave me one anyway. Fantastic cabins. Look at that. These weren't here last time I was here. It's the wing. A bit dusty, so I'll show you the room. Then we might go over to the pub and have a look around and take a little walk around the town. It's that foam, pumping foam stuff. I wonder how they insulate that on the inside, because there's a lot of cracks in it. Oh, it's fantastic. Rough hewn, and it all looks very original from the outside. So yeah, this is the room. Look at that. Air conditioning as well. A little bit of lighting. Little table there. Nice, but Jesus, it looks original, doesn't it? Like, I mean, it looks like it's 150-year-old, built in the 1800s. Look at that. It's just the look, you know, metal, corrugated tin roof. Just the basics. Fantastic. It's like Hessian over the walls. Yeah, quite genuine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bunks. Geez, you can get 8 people in here. Small cabin, it's pretty good. It just goes to show you the way they used to live in the 1800s. They'd cram as many people as they could in. No room for personal belongings, but it's not meant for that now, is it? Bathroom. Yeah. Shower. Alright.
What a great place. Obviously really popular because as you go across the ranges here, it's all four-wheel driving and you know, adventure biking and stuff. I wouldn't take the wing up there because I think it's all dirt road. Yeah, and it's closed during winter, I believe. So where are we here? We're right here, Dargo. So if you keep going this way, you're heading right up into the old gold fields up in here. This place was a lot of gold digging around here. It petered out after a while, so I don't think they found too much, but it was a quite of a supply area around here. So I forget what the population was, you know, 150 years ago, but it was like 10 times the population now. I did read it, but I just can't remember, but I think it was up in the many hundreds, thousand, that sort of thing. There would have been more than one pub too, I think, perhaps. So I came this way. I came from, where are we? I came from here, drove up through Bairnsdale, took the Lindenow Road through right up to this area. It's not that far. Then you start getting into the high country here, and then up through to Dargo, where I'm here. So I'm going to have a wander around. I think up here there's a lot of older houses, cabins and things from that period, and I think there's a cemetery up here from memory up on a hill. So I'm going to go and have a look up there. Well, that cemetery is from memory up the top of these hills here, so I've got to walk down this avenue and turn left to get to it. What a beautiful place. I love it. Yeah, don't mind this at all here. It's quiet, it's green. Very old. As I say, the gold digging. Nice home here. Some beautiful big pine trees, and I don't know what these green trees here, some sort of eucalypt perhaps. Don't know my trees. St. Joseph Catholic Church, built 1876. For people watching this in America, that doesn't sound all that long ago, America or Europe. But to Australians, that's that is 150 years ago, and we were only kind of settled in the late 1700s. So 1870, when that was built, is pretty old to us. Yeah, I got to go up the top of that hill there. Look at this. ramshackle home here. It looks 100-year-old as well. Wow. No one living there, I'm afraid. Oh, now look at this place. I mentioned earlier that I was up here about 7 or 8 years ago, and I remember this ramshackle little hut, and I thought it might have been removed or renovated in some way. But here it is. Here it is, the same way I saw it, a little bit more overgrown. Obviously no one taking care of it. Looked like they had sheep in there at one stage. I bet you there's snakes in here, so I won't venture too far. But look at that, look at that. God, that's got some history to it. You can't see it here, but beyond, just over here, is straight down, there's a running creek down there. I can hear it. It could be Dargo River, or I'm not too sure. But that place has got some history. You can see where they had a few sheep in here, and this is where sheep were loaded up on a cart. But yeah, I'd say that's as old as the town, that hut. Anyway, up and over. Cemetery Road. Alright, we're heading up to the top of the hill. This is where the Dargo Flat Cemetery, it's called. Man, this is old. Sign back there saying beware of snakes, I can imagine. Brown snakes, black snakes, tiger snakes. I notice when I look at these grave sites around, old grave sites, that people just died young. Although there's a couple that made it to 76 and 79. Years old. Unmarked grave. I remember seeing some really old ones. It's like, a bit like Boot Hill, isn't it? I'm waiting to see someone who was shot in a street fight. Age 97, Jesse Trail, is it? Aged 83, Beatrice Trail. Oh, there's all the trails. Unusual name: Vera Beatrice Trail, Alexander Groat Trail. I was going to say Alexander the Great. Alexander Groat Trail, 97. 80 years old, another trail. Yeah, they all lived to a reasonable age. 78. Died 1986, it's a recent one. So these are all the descendants, okay. These I don't think I saw these ones. Oh, Hilton Trail, died 24 years old. Damn, what was that for? Born at the turn of the century. 75. Oh God, a lot of people by the name of Trail. A lot of people, aged 12 years. Damn, our dear son. Look, you'll find these sort of things in all graveyards, but just makes it a bit more somber and a bit more meaningful when when you actually see them and you wonder what their lives were. You know, 12-year-old kid. Age 72. Gee, that's an old one. Scott, doesn't say who Scott, but there's a John Scott here. Yeah, this is all wrecked. Died 1887. Born 1867. Poor bloke was only 20 years old. The sun will be down in probably, not till about 8 o'clock I suppose. But yes, just right out here now. Looking forward to a steak dinner at that hotel. Apparently it's famous. We shall see. So that's my starters, garlic bread. I'm having sausages, curry sausages and rice with that. Oh, that's real homemade curried sausages. Australian curry sausages. Not to be confused with the Indian version. Time to go home. Okay. So that fog has lifted. It was really foggy this morning. Only an hour ago, hour and a half ago. Couldn't see 20 feet in front of you. Now it's beautiful. Drop that windshield a bit. Ooh, put it up, it's cold. Well, just leaving Dargo now. It's just the next morning. I'm going home, and I think it's about 15 degrees at the moment. I'm glad I bought a little extra clothing because it's quite cold out there right now. But what a beautiful day.